Good morning, Connections, and welcome to the Connections pre-show. My name is Layla.
And I'm Andy.
And we are so grateful that you were joining us today. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday indeed. Happy Sunday to you, co-host with Moses.
Thank you so much, Andy. Did you have a good week?
I did. Work was finally, I was able to breathe and catch up.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice. Yeah, the weather was great. Can't really complain about that at all. So it's been wonderful. How was your week?
It was really good.
You'd started something new, didn't you?
I did. Gosh. Good
See?
memory.
I pay attention.
You do.
Wait, who says I don't do homework anymore?
I know. Not me.
I will still say it because I remembered it from looking at you or Facebook earlier this week.
Pre-show dad.
So anyway, what'd you do?
Yeah, so I started a new job this week. So still
Cool.
at my same company, but just started a new role, went into a new department. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's a big change. I've been on my last team for, technically almost 4.5 years,
Wow.
but into the last role that I was in for 3 years. So
Well, your new team is incredibly lucky to have you.
thank you. It was emotional, excited and sad. So it was happy, sad.
Mm-hmm.
I was all over the place, but I think I'm finally past the sad feelings and just feeling optimistic and excited.
Awesome.
So
Great.
thank you for asking.
Of course. Awesome. Well, that's great news.
Yeah. Did you do anything fun yesterday?
Picked up Xander from a volleyball tournament at high school. He went to watch.
Okay, I was like, he's playing volleyball?
No, he was apparently asked by the whole entire team to show up.
Oh, you're in trouble.
I think he's a little bit of a fibber sometimes, but
You're
no.
in trouble.
And then went to some friend's house later and had a nerd day. We played some D&D type games.
Okay,
so,
you know what I think of when we talk about the nerds gathering.
What's that?
BO.
No, we all shower.
You guys smell good?
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to comment.
I mean, I don't know. You could.
You think you smell good.
Yeah. Well, I know I do. I can't speak for other people.
Those nerds, man, those nerds parties, they get intense.
They do get intense. So.
It's okay. Body
Awesome.
odor is a natural thing.
It is a natural thing. Kind of like toots, which is our favorite thing to talk about.
That is.
Ah.
So, shall we talk about the QR code?
Yes, we shall. QR code, as you recall, if you weren't here last week with us, it does not take you to the app any longer. It takes you to our digital connections card where you can sign up. You can, when you do that, you can ask questions. You can see what's out there to, in turn, volunteer on. And while we're talking about volunteering and clicking this code, one of the best ways to give back to Connections is your time. I know sometimes it's rough. You have to work all week, and then Sunday shows up, and you're like, oh man, I'm really, really tired.
Yeah.
When you start serving, it really invigorates you to just kind of continue to serve.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling that need, pray about it. And if God's pushing you and giving you that nudge, then sign on up. We'd love to have you here. There's tons of different places. There's children's ministry, the cafe.
Yeah.
There's opening and closing doors. If I can do that, anybody can do that.
True.
There's what else am I missing? There's there's
the tech team.
Tech team.
Yeah.
There's video, music. There's the band. Steve's always needs more singers, more instrument players, all sorts of stuff. So
yeah, and there might be things that we haven't listed. So
yeah,
if you're interested,
check it out
for sure.
And also, while we're talking about giving back, we also, the way we keep the lights on in this place and help spread God's word is through our donating. And there's ways you can do that. You can show up here. We've moved recently. We used to have a box out in the front. We've now moved. There's 2 boxes when you walk in each door where you can physically donate, or like me and possibly you too, I don't know, you can give online.
Yeah, and that's what is neat about the online payment is that you can do it one time, or you can set up for a reoccurrence, which is what we've done.
We've done that too, so we don't forget.
Exactly.
Nothing, old school. We would, show up on Sunday. I'd be like, "Oh no, did we bring a check?"
You know what's funny?
And then of course Angie would sit there and fill it out, and then I'd look down, and my mom, she'd be filling out hers.
I remember that as a kid growing up in church with my parents. That moment of oh, did you bring the checkbook?
Oh no, we have to then write it. Yes,
exactly.
Now you
so
don't.
Funny.
Now we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, no.
It's super convenient. It's also, once again, a way we're called to be a member of this church, and one of the things God asks us to do is tithe.
Yep.
So, if you feel strongly about our church and what we're doing here, we encourage you to pray on it and donate what God prompts you to give.
Yeah, and any amount. Any amount makes a difference.
Any amount helps.
It doesn't need to be something extraordinarily large, just anything.
Yep.
And you're guaranteed to make you feel better too.
Yep.
I mean, it just makes me feel good that I'm giving
too.
back to
Yep.
such a great organization and to our community and to our church.
Exactly.
Well, should we go over to the joke of the week?
We need to go over a joke of the week. I need to either laugh or not laugh.
Probably
Actually,
not
that's
laugh.
kind of what we should call. Will Andy laugh? There needs to be a big.
Ooh, okay, yeah, we'll tell Steve to put it in the tagline.
Okay,
at the
I'm
bottom.
ready.
All right,
Go.
So all my jokes today are baby themed because in a little bit here we'll talk about what we have going on today,
Ooh.
the baby dedication. So
tee-
more to come on that.
yay.
Yeah. So this is teeing it up nicely.
Perfect.
All right. How did the tech savvy baby tell his mom that he had a wet diaper?
Oh God, did he?
Through P-mail. Woo! My fan of one.
You caught me off
My
guard with
fan
that
of
one. I was not ready for.
I thought that was pretty good.
I was thinking like text or something. Like, how did they working that in? Like, but yeah, awesome. Okay,
P-mail.
all right,
Yeah.
you got me.
All right. There's my segment.
Okay.
Let's go into
the movie of the week,
Yeah,
or movie
of the
review.
week.
What I'm going to do, this is a scathing indictment to all the parents from my youth group and other youth groups, because I ask kids if they've seen the movie Willow, and they look at me like I'm a crazy person. And I see somebody off to the side here shaking their head going, I have no idea what you're
I don't
talking
know
about.
what Willow
How
is
can you not
either.
know what one of the greatest fantasy movies of all time is? So parents, if you don't want your kids, or if you don't want to be berated by me when your kids get to high school youth group, or even, you know what, middle school youth group, because all of our groups are meeting at the same time now. That's a nice little plug for that. Sundays, 4:30, show up, games, fun, Jesus, learning, Andy yelling at you because you don't show your kids great movies. But anyway, Willow, magic, sword, sorcery, family, humor, action. What else do you need other than show your kids these movies so I don't have to be the one getting yelled at by them going, you don't know, Mr. Gorham, those are just old movies. Excuse me? There is no time frame on a good movie, and that's a great one. So there,
Wow.
that's all I'm going to say. Sorry I went a little intense with it,
I don't think I've
but
seen you so worked up before. I'm pretty sure
I take my movies seriously.
the last 60 seconds you haven't taken a breath.
I take my movies very seriously.
Yes.
And the fact, again, that these kids haven't seen Willow,
Yeah.
it's on Disney+. You all have it. I know you do because your kids talk about it. Mm-hmm. And yes,
All right. I'm going to watch it too.
good.
Maybe
I expect a movie report
Okay.
when you see it.
for next Sunday. I'll
Well, you don't have to. Well, you
Oh, no,
you just started
on.
a new job though, so you got to focus on that. But when you get to it, see,
All right.
I can be intense but also
Yes.
understanding too.
Yes. When it's about movies.
Watch the movie, kids. Willow.
We're crossing the line. All right, moving on. So Andy can calm
Actually,
down
since,
because
since
wait,
we got the blood boiling.
I was just gonna say that.
Yes.
Gosh, man,
Right
we
here.
like the same brain. So because Andy's blood is boiling, we are going to talk about the blood drive that's coming up on October 7th, which is so crazy because it feels like it was just a few weeks ago.
Because that we just had one.
Yeah, when we talked about
Right.
giving blood. So
And I can actually make it to this one because it's been enough time since
yes, and I'm holding you to that because the last one, Tony didn't even come with me, so I was by myself. I didn't even have a hot date or free date. So that's my tagline.
I'm more of the free date style. Just so you know.
For you couples
Especially
out
since
there.
there's snacks and stuff here.
Yep, it's a great way to come out with your significant other.
Yep. Get some time away
Give
from the
some-
kids
donate
or
some
bring the kids
blood.
too. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They can run around in the back.
Yeah, just don't be in the blood giving station because that could be bad. That would be what my kids would do is like unplug something or if somebody's blood squirting everywhere because
Probably me because Conrad run up and be like, you haven't played video games with me.
Exactly. You are in big trouble with Conrad.
I am.
He's looking forward to his.
Every time I
payday
like
with
see
you.
him, he goes like this. And I'm like, uh-oh, what did I do now?
So October 7th, if you guys are interested in donating, go ahead. And I think for now, you are signing up on the Versity website. And then I'm sure that as we get closer to that time, we'll have some of our
Yes.
own connection links to provide for you guys to sign up as well.
Mm-hmm.
So please consider there is a huge need for blood right now.
Yep.
So you will be making a very big difference. So
Yes, you will.
Start thinking about that.
Yep. And when was it again? October 7th.
October 7th.
October 7th.
That's your date night.
Okay. Yay.
All right. The next order of information that we need to talk about is the small groups. Yes. So Andy is holding up here
A book that says Rooted.
Yes, the book Rooted. And
Connect
that's-
with God the church
Yeah.
and your purpose.
Yeah, and that's what we will be studying through the small groups. So please, if you are interested in signing up for small groups, which we would highly recommend, you will want to do that through the app. And the sermon series will coincide with what we will be studying through small groups too. So
Yes, so week in, week out, you can watch it, and then you can talk about it. And I think we actually talk about it, and then maybe hear about it.
Yeah.
So, you know what? We're going to find out starting September 26th, I think, is like official start for the series,
Yeah.
and then groups kicking off.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're supposed to talk about today is what our favorite thing is about small
Oh, my
groups.
gosh. Well, we wouldn't be doing this without,
I know.
without small
That's
group.
exactly what I wrote down in my notes.
Really?
It's like I feel like the small groups that we had, which Tony and I have hosted, and then we're going to host this round too. That's really where I feel like it solidified our friendship.
Yep.
With Tony and I and Ingy.
Angie, Andy. Yep.
Ingy and Andy. So
Many nights with s'mores afterwards,
Yes.
sitting out by the fire, kids running around,
Yep.
Conrad yelling at me for not playing Lego video games.
It's a good time.
It is a great time. But we encourage you, regardless of how long you've been coming, regardless of if you have kids, no kids, search out a group. There's definitely one for you.
Yeah.
They meet multiple nights during the week to try to get the best time for you. And you know what? If there isn't one, maybe you'll feel compelled to lead one, or you can join as you in turn can.
Yep.
So groups are just a great way to get to meet people, to get to, like you said, further solidify friendships. And
Yeah.
so
You won't be disappointed.
no. Oh, wow. 3 minutes. We better get our guest in here because we have something
don't have a lot
important
of
going
time
on
left.
today.
We do. So let's bring in our special guest.
Our first two-time guest.
Yeah, of course I'm
Yeah.
the first two-time guest.
First and best.
Yeah, I hope I actually found the right mic because I just saw one laying around and I was like,
Yep.
I'm going to pick that one up.
That would definitely be you.
Yeah, cool.
Well, welcome. We have Traci Judy with us, who is our children's ministry director. And what do you have to share with us?
Yeah, why do we
today?
have her here today? There's
Yeah.
nothing special going on
I
with
don't
kids, is
know.
there?
Something.
Actually, there's something amazing going on with kids today. It is not baby, but child dedication day.
Yes.
So we have children who have decided that they are, well, actually their parents decided for them that they are going to dedicate their children to say that, hey, we want a partnership with the church here, with our children, to make sure that they find Christ.
Awesome. I can't think of a better way to, because, you know, when you're younger like me, the church, you have baptism, which we just had last week, which was epic, by the way.
It was.
But it's typically babies, because, and then really you don't really do much until you get to be older and you get confirmed and stuff like that in a more traditional old school style. And I love being part of a church that knows that children are kind of the next generation and really wants to put a lot into them early on so they have a firm foundation, because they're going to go off to school, they're going to go off to stuff. We're not always around, and they need to have that rooted in Christness.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
It takes a village.
it does take a village.
Yeah.
And you are one heck of a head of a village, if I may say so
Yes.
myself.
Thank you.
Agree.
Thank you.
Agree. It's so exciting. I'm sure it's going to be fun.
It's going to be
You
great.
just never know what you're going to get with little kids.
Yeah.
I know, which is the best part.
Yeah,
They say anything.
Like, we should have like a tally board of like who's gonna scream and who's gonna cry.
Yeah, we should have made bets.
Who's gonna like run off and like leave their family
Oh,
during the
Yeah.
service?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or who's
Could be
going to
great.
say
Yeah.
something super funny. Yeah. Very exciting.
Whose family's not gonna be complete up there because the child refuses to go
Exactly.
up there?
That'd be
Well,
my
I think you have another baby joke, correct?
I do. I have a couple too, but I also have some really great questions for you. So I'm just going to give you one joke. How did Batman decorate Robin's crib? With a Batmobile. It's not Batman,
Why is
Andy.
that funny?
Wow. You can't even smile.
I'm
know,
like trying
it's
to hold
taking
back my
every
laughter a
ounce
little
of
bit because
energy.
otherwise it would like overpower everything.
No, you're my favorite joke fan.
Yeah. Usually I watch this at like 3:00 in the afternoon on Sundays all by myself and like laughing. And then if my husband joins me, we're both laughing.
Yes.
So
Well, we appreciate you.
We're like your biggest fan at 3:00 on Sunday.
Well, thank you.
We're getting really close to time.
All right, one question.
Okay, one question. All right, which species would be the rudest type of animals if they could talk?
The
Yeah,
rudest?
Skunks.
I gave a really hard question. Skunks. Oh,
'Cause they stink?
That's a good one. I actually think that there's one under our deck the other day.
Oh, no.
Because my dog, he's a beagle, so he howls. So he was like howling at like the section, and we're like trying to figure out what's going on. So like I go over there, and all of a sudden I'm like jetting out. I'm like, Chase, something's growing under there, so I'm just gonna let him go.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. See? Skunks.
skunks. That's That's a great answer.
All right. Well, hey, thank you. Thank you so much, Traci.
Thank you.
Guys, tune in, watch the child dedication service. We're running out of time. We're going to turn you over to our band. We hope you have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Hey, Justin.